Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a full body workout using the ball. If you don't have a ball, feel free to just ditch the prop idea completely and still do the workout, or grab a pillow that you can fold or that is not super massive for you to be able to curl up over and put between your thighs. Let's just start laying all the way on down here. Alright, you're going to lift up your hips and the ball is going to start underneath the butt. Alright, from here the hands can rest on the ribs. We're going to take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, knit the frontal ribs together, pulling them down towards the floor. 2 more big breaths like that. Nice big inhale. Exhale, wrap the ribs like a corset. 1 more like this. We inhale and exhale. Keeping the ribs pulling together, bring the hands down by your sides. We lift the right leg and then the left leg into tabletop. Knees over hips, shins are parallel here. It's an exhale to gently tuck the tailbone and an inhale to release. So notice the legs are moving towards me at all to tuck. Knees just gently lift towards the ceiling. We pull our low abs down and in, and then release. It can be small. Think about refining the motions here. So only doing what we need to do to get the pelvis to move, to pull the abdominals in. All right, we'll keep a slight tuck. So you're almost in neutral, but not quite. Hinge at the right hip, send the right foot down towards the floor, and then lift back on up. And other side. Using your breath, that exhale to pull the leg back on up. If your shoulders are tight, maybe having the palms up towards the ceiling is nice. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, arms can float up towards the ceiling here. If you want an in-between, you can always have fingertips down, so just gently supporting yourself. Pausing with those legs in tabletop. Make sure that you haven't started to overarch your low back. We extend the right leg out long, bend it back in, and then the other side. Letting your hips be as heavy as possible. That way we're not really gripping in the hip flexors here. We're able to move from our low abs. Finding length as we reach. For 4. For 2. And hug the knees into the chest. Nice big exhale, let the shoulders relax. And then bring the legs back into tabletop. Arms back up towards the ceiling. This time we're going to try to extend both legs out long and then pull the legs back on in. Maybe each time trying to get the legs a little bit closer to the floor. If you start to feel your low back, you aim higher. If even aiming higher feels a little off, don't extend the legs out all the way. Just making sure you're keeping the core engaged. All right, let's take this for 3. For 2. Last one. And hug the knees into the chest. Placing the feet onto the floor, lift the hips up. And then lower all the way down, ball coming in between the inner thighs. Hands can rest down by your sides. Once again, it's an exhale to squeeze the ball and release. So we exhale, squeeze, and release. So our inner thighs connect to our pelvic floor. So they're gonna help our low abs turn on. See if you can emphasize that exhale, the pulling of the belly button to the spine every time you squeeze in on that block. The ball. Ugh, it was bound to happen, right? We squeeze the ball and hold. It's a tuck of the tailbone, press down through the feet and start to roll up into a bridge. We hold for a moment at the top. Think about the knees reaching over the toes, the ribs softening to the floor. And then nice and slowly think one bone at a time. You're laying yourself back down. Find a neutral spine at the bottom. So we untuck that tailbone, and then it's an exhale, tuck, roll it on up. Again, maybe palms are up towards the ceiling. Maybe arms are up towards the ceiling again. Let's take 2 more like this. Last one, we hold at the top. Pause, squeeze, and squeeze the block. The ball, oh. For 4, 3, 2, hold the squeeze of the ball, nailed it. Lower the butt down an inch and up an inch. Think about squeezing the low glutes to lift. We press into the floor, squeeze those low glutes. You've got it for another 4. 2. Lift in, hold that bridge, and then slowly melt it all the way on down. All right, heels together, toes apart. You still got your friend the ball. We're gonna roll ourselves up into a bridge. Think about wrapping the inner thighs towards the ceiling, pressing the heels together, and then once again we lower it on down. Keeping the chin tucked towards the chest. Next time we hold. Once again, squeeze and squeeze the ball. How much can you press the heels together? You've got it. For 4, almost there. 3, 2, hold the squeeze. You had to know that was coming. We lower the foot down an inch and up an inch. Because we're strong, we're going to try for 7 more. 2, last one, and lower all the way down. Take the ball into your hands and then just drop the knees nice and wide. Give your inner thighs a moment to breathe here. All right, legs will extend out long. Let me wiggle myself back into my plant. And then we're gonna flex the feet, press the heels down. Arms come up towards the ceiling, holding the ball. It's a squeeze in and release. We exhale, squeeze and release. Think about the armpits wrapping in towards one another. All right, you're gonna squeeze the ball hold. Really press the heels down. Start to roll yourself up. Pause at the top. We lift the arms up. Squeeze, squeeze. And then start to lower it down. Pausing at the bottom, take a nice big inhale. Exhale, belly button back towards the spine. We roll. Arms lift up. Squeeze, squeeze. Try not to pull the shoulders forward to initiate the curl. So we're keeping the collarbone broad. Last two. I missed the squeeze, so we're gonna hold it up. We're gonna do 4 this time. 1, 2, core wraps in. 4, try to keep the arms lifted for as long as you can on the way down. All right, next time we roll it all the way on up. Just take a forward fold at the top. All right, ball's gonna come to the upper mid back. If you feel like you need a little support, grab a yoga block or a pillow once again, or ditch the ball completely. So what I mean for support is when you lay yourself down, if this is too much extension, you can have something underneath your head here. We're gonna have the hands back behind the head. Legs can be extended out long or bent. We exhale to curl it on up and inhale to lower it on down. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you're going to try moving it down. If you feel like you need a little less, you move it up. I'm going to go for bent legs for these next few. Think about what you are engaging to curl yourself up over this ball. So again, thinking about refining the motion as much as you can. The frontal ribs pull together on that exhale, and then you're trying to pull the frontal ribs in towards your hips. Meanwhile, the hips stay totally steady. They're not moving at all. All right, we're gonna curl it up and hold. Legs lift up into tabletop. Hinge at the right hip just like we did before. Lift it back on up. Other side. Head stays heavy, arms are nice and strong. For 3, 2, 1. Place the feet down, lower it all the way back for a second. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. We curl it back on up. Legs back into tabletop. Reach the left leg out long, rotate up and over to the right, back through center, other side. Thinking armpit reaches towards the knee. You got it. For 5, 3, 2, 1. Place the feet down, lower it all the way on down. Nice big exhale. We curl it all the way on up, hold. Legs lift back into tabletop, extend the left leg up and over to the right, little pulses up and up. Hips are heavy. Through center, other side, legs strong. Come back through center, hold, curl a little higher. Lower all the way on down. Maybe extend the legs out. Arms can come out to a goalpost position or a T. I can do half of one because I have a lovely wall here. So finding what works for you. Arms can come back up towards the ceiling. We're gonna roll all the way on up. And then bring yourself just into a cat-cow position here to stretch out the abs. Ball can go off to the side here. We drop the belly down, lift the gaze. Round the spine up towards the ceiling. 2 more like this. Sit it back into a child's pose, maybe tenting the fingertips, arms out long, drop the head. Nice big exhale, soften the hips, release the neck. And feel yourself all the way on up. And you, my friends, are all set